Hey guys, hey, today on Bad Beast Barbecue, we're going to take a look at my new birthday present that the wife hit me up with the other day, okay? My birthday's not till next month, but this was on back order for quite some time, so she's got me the Char-griller gravity-fed 980 smoker, and we're going to be doing the burn-in and the seasoning right after this.
He's a bad beast on that barbecue, on the grill or the smoker. He knows just what to do. He's a bad beast on that barbecue.
All right, guys. So like I said, this is the Char-griller gravity-fed 980 smoker. Okay, these have been out for a little while now. I've been wanting to get my hands on one for quite some time. Was trying to decide between the Masterbuilt and the Char-griller, and from my research, we went with the Char-griller for some purposes that I will discuss later on. I've never used the Masterbuilt gravity-fed, but from the research that I had done, I decided that this is the one I wanted. And the wife went out and got me one. This was supposed to have been a Father's Day gift, but they were back ordered. They were back. They didn't have any in stock. So it took a couple of months for it to get in. And so this is my birthday present. Okay, so what we're going to do is I've already assembled it. There's plenty of videos out there showing you how to assemble this thing. I'll talk about my experience assembling it, the issues that I had while the burn-in is going on. Okay, so but right now we're going to go ahead and do the burn-in. So we're going to be using Kingsford charcoal. Now this will use briquette or lump charcoal. So we're going to open up our chute. We're going to open up our ash door. And we're going to open up the bottom of our fan like such. I'm hoping I got all the electronics hooked up correctly. So it was pretty easy, but who knows, okay? And I got to open up the chute on the back. And this is one of the areas of contention that I had here. Okay, and I'll discuss that in a little bit, all right? So we're gonna go ahead and put our charcoal in here. All right, and we're gonna use one of our Kingsford tumbleweeds to put in the bottom. And this is the only part that might get a little frustrating, is getting down here. So, and we're gonna light it up, but I forgot my torch. Be right back. All right, we got it lit, so we're gonna give this 3 to 5 minutes for the charcoals to catch, and then we'll turn it on and we'll let the fan do its job. So be right back. All right, guys, so it's been 3 to 5 minutes. Our charcoal's been going, so now we're gonna close down some things. We're gonna close down the lid here, and the fan won't operate without these two doors being closed, because there are safety switches down here on the bottom of each one of them. And we're gonna leave the bottom door open for the fan, and we're gonna turn our grill on over here. What's open? Something's not open. What you mean open? All right, guys, so we had a few technical difficulties, okay? I had to take the wiring covering off the back, off of the smoker again. I had to shut it down, take the wiring harness apart, and one of my connections was loose. And so the grill was still registering the doors here as open, even though they were closed. I thought I had a faulty switch, but I went back in and I reconnected my wire connections, and it fired right up. Okay, so right now we have it set at a temperature of 350 degrees. I'm gonna let that roll for about an hour to do the initial burn in, to burn off all of those manufacturing oils and whatever else they may have inside of this. It'll also help burn off some of that WD-40 that I used on the sliding door in the back. Okay, so let's talk assembly. So when it comes to the assembly of the Char-griller, I didn't show it because there are several videos out there showing the unboxing and assembly of the 980. I'm kind of late to the gravity-fed party, so but a lot of guys out there have great videos showing the assembly of this. Okay, If I had to rate the assembly of this grill on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it eight and a half, 8 3/4, almost a 9. Okay, I had a few issues with a few areas of the assembly. Okay, for the most part, everything fell into place, everything lined up really well. Okay, the one problem I had was with the vent on the back. My vent was stuck. Okay, I had to force it open, and then I had to put a little WD-40 in the track, and hopefully over time it'll kind of wear itself down and slide smoothly. But right now it's a tight slide, so I don't know if it's misaligned or if it's meant to be that way and just to loosen up over time. But that had me worried. I thought it was jammed or maybe bent, but I got it loose, and it seems to be working fine. You just got to put a little muscle behind it. Okay. The other thing I thought that was really difficult was the wire cover underneath the controller box. There's an area down there where you have to shove all your wire connections in this metal box and then pull them through this hole on the side. And the even without anything blocking the box, once you put it back, it just wouldn't line up properly. I took a drill and I made the hole just a little bit bigger, just so that the wing nut could catch the hole in order to tighten up. Okay, so those were two areas that that was another area that gave me some issue. Okay, the other thing is that just in putting it together and in inspecting it, I mean, it's really heavy duty. It's really built well. I had a few areas on mine that was bent on the corners, where the pieces of metal meet. So I don't know if that was due to storage or shipping or what have you, because it was packed very, very well. Okay, so I'm thinking it was more of a manufacturing thing. But once you put the bolts in and tighten them down, everything kind of lined up. Okay, so so all in all, it took me about 2 hours to put this together. Now I know you say, well, man, that's a long time, but one, I was kind of enjoying the experience of putting together a grill. Whenever I'm putting together a grill, I like to just take my time and go step by step to try not to mess anything up. And I still messed up my wiring in the back, so you know, take it for what it's worth. Okay, but it took me about 2 hours to put this together. You know, if you're really rushing to go through it and you know what you're doing, you probably can get it done in about an hour, hour and a half. I wasn't videotaping it, so I didn't have to worry about moving the camera around and things of that nature. So, but what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and let this go ahead and burn in for an hour. Then we'll come back and we'll do the seasoning. Okay, so hang around. All right, guys, so it's the next day. We did the initial burn in yesterday. We let it go at 350 degrees for 1 hour, and now today we're gonna do the seasoning. Okay, we got some spray canola oil. We're gonna hit all the inside parts with, and then we're gonna go ahead and let this roll for an hour or so at 350 degrees also, to try to begin the seasoning process. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you close. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, you see we got some canola oil here, Pam canola oil. We're gonna go ahead and spray the inside, the lid, the cavity. Like I said, you don't have to get crazy with it. You just want to make sure there's a nice light coat on each piece. All right. All right, let's put the next piece in. All right, guys, so that's the burn in and the seasoning process for the Char-griller. We're going to be cooking on it tomorrow. I'm trying to do a couple of slab of ribs tomorrow to see how that comes out. And probably going to put the wood down in the ash catcher since I already got Kingsford in the flute. I don't want to empty out the flute just to put new charcoal or put the wood down in the bottom of it. But all in all, I'm really anxious to see how well the food comes out. It's nothing like cooking with charcoal, even though I love my pellet grills. It's nothing like cooking with charcoal. The flavor is just not the same. We are going to be doing some versus battles, the Char-griller versus the RegTech, the Char-griller versus the Kamado, so forth and so on in the coming weeks, just to see how well the taste of the food stack up. Okay, the more the Char-griller gets seasoned, of course, the more or the better the food is going to definitely taste. All right. But that's about it. Hey, I want to thank you guys for joining us today. Hey, if you got any questions or you got any comments about the Char-griller, if you got one, hey, let me know. Tell me any issues or problems that you had with yours. And I love to hear about it, okay? So, hey, like we always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. If it's fire, then damn it, there just might be a barbecue there or a Char-griller dropping some charcoal by gravity fed. Hey, guys, hey, we'll see you guys around the smoker and see you in the next video.